Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today I'm going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku had magic. This will be my 750 subscriber special. Now believe you me, I do wish I could be saying 750,000 subscriber special, but that'll have to be a while in the future, as we have currently not hit that milestone yet, but it'll be pretty soon, I bet. Now, all jokes aside, thank you so much to those of you out there who are subscribed, and if you aren't already, please go down and hit that little red subscribe button, as it doesn't cost you anything aside from your souls, and helps me out a ton. It also gives you access to the notification bell, and if you hit that, you will be notified whenever I release any new content. And I mean, if you ask me, that's kind of a bargain, so if you could, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and while you're at it, like this video. And now with all that out of the way, let's get into the story of this what if. Goku would be on the verge of death after fighting against King Piccolo. His arm was broken, his legs were crushed, and he could barely move. And then the Demon King would walk over to the young boy before blasting a hole straight through his chest. Goku seemingly wasn't getting back up this time. He was dead. And then as the light fades from his eyes and everything turns to black, Goku would hear a voice echoing throughout the darkness.
Son Goku, you are not the only one to die at the hands of that monster. Take my power, defeat him, and allow me to live on through you!
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth! Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
And with this incredibly awesome transformation complete, Goku would look at his hands. He feels a new power coursing through his veins. Something different than anything he had felt before. Something truly extraordinary. And then, with a slight swipe of his hand, the Demon King is reduced to ashes, being completely and utterly vaporized. Goku is absolutely amazed at the power that this new ability holds, and once Kami offers to train Goku under himself, well, the young Goku would agree, although a bit reluctant. He's worried that he might accidentally hurt Kami, but the Guardian would say that it's really no big deal, as Kami has had experience with powers similar to this. As long as he makes sure Goku is able to control this power, then they should all be safe. And so, for the next 3 years, Goku would train under Kami, learning to control this power as well as increasing it. Although Kami would realize something weird. He wasn't able to recreate Shinron like he had before. Normally, he would just grab the statue and magic up another set of Dragon Balls. But right now, there was no Shinron statue. It's almost as if the dragon had completely disappeared. It's not a problem, Kami would just create another statue with another dragon. It's just weird. After the new set of Dragon Balls is created, they would make a wish to revive Krillin and Master Roshi, basically everybody killed by King Piccolo, or any of his little underlings. Children, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Anyway, Goku would continue his training until eventually it was time for the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, wherein Goku would fight against Tien Shinhan as well as Piccolo Jr. Now, with Tien it was a bit of a wash. Yes, Tien is strong in his own right, but he was not strong enough to actually beat Goku in the original, and this is just a stronger version of that same Goku. So, sorry Tien, but kinda out of luck. Then, for Piccolo Jr., well, it's basically the same predicament. He couldn't beat Goku originally, so he isn't going to now. And Piccolo actually wouldn't even be able to sneak attack Goku, as Goku here would be much stronger. If Piccolo were to catch Goku off guard, he would just use his magic to teleport away. Before going into Z, I would like to clarify everything going on with Goku's magical abilities, what he can do, and how this affects the story. First off, Goku would have the ability to heal himself and others, but not to an insane degree. He can't basically just be a walking Senzu bean, meaning that he cannot restore limbs or any sort of super intense wounds. He can heal stuff like minor injuries, but more severe things are just too high level for him. He can also teleport, meaning he can go from point A to point B instantaneously. There is no drawback of needing to actually lock onto a key signature. He can just teleport. He would also have the abilities of Ice Shinron and Nova Shinron, as I felt it would be pretty cool to implement some of the Shadow Dragon abilities and give them to Goku, seeing as he did get his power from Shinron himself. It's not like he would have the same strength that Ice and Nova Shinron have, it's just he would have fire and ice-based techniques, such as Nova Shinron's ability to spin in a supernova-like ball, and Ice Shinron's ability to freeze people in ice and then crush that ice, creating a strong ki-based explosion. He could also create basically any sort of matter out of nothing. He could summon a shield to protect him or a sword to help him slice through someone. Basically, he could create anything out of nothing. Although there will be some drawbacks, he cannot create universe-sized balls of fire to throw at people because that's just... no. He would also have a layer of magical energy around him at all times, basically acting as a shield, as well as something that would help amplify any ki-based or physical attacks that he would use. Moving on to the beginning of Z, Gohan would never be born. Sadly, Goku had recently got an entirely new world of power opened up to him, so settling down with Chi-Chi just isn't something he's interested in doing. So he would continue training and focusing on refining this strength. When Raditz arrives on the planet, he would not go to Kame House as Goku wouldn't be there. Instead, he would be training at Kami's lookout. Brief interruption to announce that I just bought my first professional microphone, meaning the audio quality on the rest of this video as well as any other videos I make here on out will be a smidge louder as well as a bit more clear. With that aside, let's continue with the story. Raditz would arrive on the lookout, staring down his younger brother before saying,
Kakarot, finally, I found you. I am your brother, the son of Bardock. You are as well. Seeing your hair, there's no doubt about it. Our father was a proud warrior who stood up for our race and fought against Frieza when nobody else would. Please, join me, so we can continue what our father started, and free our race from the entrapment of that monster. Well, overthrow him after we kill everybody on this planet, then sell the environment to Frieza, and then just kind of do his dirty work for another 20 plus years, maybe die before we actually get the chance to overthrow him, but eventually we'll be able to do it, maybe.
Goku is completely dumbfounded by everything Raditz is saying. He has no idea who this guy is or what he's talking about. He would ask Raditz to explain what he means, and Raditz would go more in depth, explaining everything from his past and who Frieza is, and what the Saiyans are, what they mean, what their backstory is, and everything, giving an all-out expositional dump. Goku would kind of understand now, but he doesn't really want to put the Earth in danger while going out and fighting Frieza, but Raditz would say that's no big deal, they're going to have to kill the Earth anyway. This is kind of a red flag for Goku. He would tell Raditz that nothing is happening to the Earth, this planet, or its people, and Raditz would say that, yeah, no, Goku's not in charge here. But then Goku would prove that he actually very much is, as Goku would be able to deflect a hit Raditz would launch at him, and then counter with his own Inferno Fist, which would basically just be a punch coated in fire straight into Raditz's gut, piercing his space armor and going through his stomach. Although not piercing his stomach, but the flames would go through. This would cause Raditz severe bodily harm, and if Goku wasn't quick to heal him, he probably would have died. The only reason Goku decided to heal him is because he doesn't really want to kill anybody. Plus, whatever Raditz is talking about, this Frieza guy, he might actually be a good challenge. Ever since Goku absorbed the magical abilities of Shinron, he hasn't really gotten a good fight. And so, he would decide to go along with whatever Raditz is saying, choosing to train with his brother until Nappa and Vegeta arrive, that way they could then go out and try and kill Frieza. For the next year, Goku and Raditz would train together as well as bond considerably. They would be training in a gravity chamber that Bulma would develop, as Goku, who had 5 extra years to train, would have already learned under King Kai, gaining access to the Kaioken, enhancing his magical abilities through the abilities of the Kaioshin, and then would have also learned about gravity training and how effective it can be, then adapting that into a room that can enhance Earth's gravity to over 100 times. Yeah, Goku and Raditz get considerably stronger. This would actually lead to Goku and Raditz being as strong as Goku and Vegeta were in the Frieza fight each respectively. Goku would be more akin to his Frieza fight counterpart, not only having a base power of around 3 million, but also having the Kaioken and magical abilities that would push him exceedingly far. Raditz, on the other hand, is only at around 2.5 million, which is about as strong as Vegeta was in his fight with Frieza. This would then lead to Nappa and Vegeta's arrival being, well, a lot more cordial than it was before. Nappa and Vegeta wouldn't flatten a city or kill anybody, as they are shocked by the power that Goku and Raditz would have acquired, and would want to gain that same strength for themselves. They wouldn't be able to tell it was in the millions range, as their scouters would explode before they were able to accurately track Goku and Raditz's power, but that alone was proof enough that they want to get that strong. And then, for another few months, Goku would train with Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta to increase their powers so that they're not just cannon fodder in the fight against Frieza. And that's where we're going to be leaving off for now. I certainly hope you enjoyed watching this. I most definitely did making it. And for the future of this What If, I'm probably only going to keep it to 3 parts max, as it's going to get pretty crazy in the next 2 parts, and I think I could probably wrap it up by the end of the 3rd part. This is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. I hope you have an amazing day. Talk to you later. Bye.